Hey, some workbook questions for you to individually think about and write down. Have you ever been in a dry place spiritually? And what did that feel like? What was that like emotionally? And what was that like in your thought life? Write that down. And then the second question for you to write down and think about individually is, can you imagine a person next to you at work or in your school or even at home or in the church being in that dry place? In a place where they're desolate in their soul, there's little hope or little motivation going on, or at least the drying process has been started for a while, or they're moving that way. Would living water revitalize their soul, the land of their soul? Just think about that question. Living water being the truths of God, the Word of God, the Spirit of God. Now I want you to get with your accountability partner and discuss these next two questions. The first one is, what role does personal choice play in beginning to receive the living water and revitalizing of your or their soul? What role does personal choice play? And I'm talking about in order to resist the myths and lies in your lives and start embracing the rise of truth. What role does personal choice play? When I talk about personal choice, I'm talking about the critical personal choice of choosing God over other motivations. Choosing God as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, versus the motivation of non-gods, which is what I call them, such as materialism, or the pursuit of money and wealth, or physical comforts, or sexual intimacy, or relationships is so much of a drag on a lot of people, pull on a lot of people, or power and control in the things of life. The desire to get in control. Those are non-gods, but they are things that you need to choose God over. How important is the critical choice of choosing God over those non-gods in receiving the living water? The second accountability partner discussion question is, how do I begin to choose daily to live in this world, but not of the world? What does it mean to live in the world, but not of the world in my choices? I hope you get a lot out of this discussion.